Hi, Tiffany. How you doing? I've got your work up right here, and I think that you said, let me see. Oh, I think I may have rambled. Absolutely not. Excuse me. No way, man. This is great. This is so much better than the first one, which was just riddled with question marks for the viewer. This one describes everything. I think that if you were to look at this and you're able to say, okay, does this tell who we are, what we stand for, what the problem is, what's the solution, and what can I do to help? And it answers all those questions. So it's fabulous. As far as the presentation goes, I think that you've really, really done a good job. Now, my suggestion is this, moving forward, my suggestion is this. So you have your presentation, um, introduction, describing what, your basic thesis is and describing, tying it into the trade show booth. And that's fantastic. But what I would like you to do is I would like to, instead of just showing the trade show booth, which is really presented just tiny down here, so small that we can't even really see what the panels say, without zooming in. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take that and use a whole page. Just mock up that trade show booth in a one whole page. Okay. Now there's a couple of things I would say are missing from your trade show booth. Number one is, shouldn't there be a podium or something somewhere so that the person manning the booth has someplace to keep the giveaway items as well as the informational collateral piece? Do you see what I'm saying? So right now, all it is the booth. So where's the stuff? You know what I'm saying? Where's the piece, the information collateral? Where's the giveaway piece? And presumably there's going to be a person, giving the stuff away. So you would need a person and maybe a podium or a desk or something. And then again, I'd like to see a full page rendering of the trade show booth. I'd like to see a full page rendering of the front and the back of the card. Okay, and then I'd like to see a full page. Well, that's close enough, but a full page rendering of that. Now, what I would suggest doing is in the first part of your presentation. So I would say when it comes time to show the card and the actual booth, I would show the first page showing everything labeled. You don't have to put it in these big circles. Just put up one little line pointing to this saying sugarcane-based sustainable paper. And then print it on, tree-free hemp, but just a little arrow pointing there. So label it instead of just having these, so it's not really pointing at anything. So label it, point exactly what you're talking about, describe it, okay? And then on the next page, show the clean booth, the actual clean rendering of the booth. So the viewer can go like this. Oh, okay, so it's like, not too terribly different than what you've done here. Except just label and point, label and point, label and point, label and point, label and point. And then the viewer turns a page and they see the full rendering of the trade show booth. So, and then do the same thing for this. So you label, point to the ink, point to the paper. And then the one thing I think about this piece is that this is really difficult to read over that background. I'm also a little concerned that looks like it certainly is a low resolution image. So make sure that's a high resolution image. Maybe even white print over that background there, or maybe even not even print on a background. Maybe try to recompose it a little bit. But I'm trying to brainstorm right now. But the point is it's really difficult to read that type. So let's zoom in and you'll see what I mean. See, you've got. What I would do, that is definitely a low resolution image, by the way. But what I would do is I would use a sans serif typeface and I would use it in white. Okay. And I think that will be a lot easier to read than that serif typeface in black with that really tight kerning. So open up the kerning on your sans serif, present it in white, and I think you'll be good to go. I would also recommend that you use the same typeface for your headline and then the following, the following thought derived from that headline. Use the same typeface there. I think that would really make it a lot more cohesive. Okay, so that, and then again, label the parts. What's the top made of? What is the plastic made of? What's the ink made from? How is it printed, etc., etc. Then show the next page where you just have the clean image bottles. Okay, that blue and that blue are two different blues. That's an issue. You want to look into that. Okay, these are clearly two different colors. So if this is supposed to be a different angle of this, it looks like it's not. It looks like this is a separate piece. You can see, right, how the blues are different. Okay, and then you have your wonderful sources. So fantastic job. I think I'm so glad that you really got the rest of your research and that you're putting it in the presentation. That's really super important. So good job, Tiffany. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to get with me and I'll see if I can clarify. Okay, thank you.